4 bloodstones.
Yep, just falling across the map.
Did lose both times.
It is stupid, but it's so stupid it works, right? It's like when Wagger started running Sniper Necronomicon with its cooldown reduction. And it's like, actually, seems stupid, but it has a valid point to it. But final pick, Ember. Oh, as a Storm, I think you have to snipe the Wyvern out. Like, I think the goal of Kodos is to snipe Wyvern so that Sven can take the fights, right?
Then you still have Shadow Shaman to catch you, and even Ember Spirit with.
True. There's just so many targets.
I think want to stop all of the enemy heroes from using their spells.
Hey, Axe, there you go. That does it.
Nice. They do have Sven, so maybe like some almost RP-ish.
I mean, in fairness, Sans, hear me out here.
Okay, go.
If you're only gonna go Bloodstones, right, you don't mind losing the Lincoln's Pop potential of Vortex. So, build an Axe. I thought this out. You know, I still miss this day, Sanders. I never actually got to release the original videos because I forgot to download them. I never got to give my guide on Juggernaut, my shameful samurai guide. So hear me out.
Okay.
It doesn't work anymore because of the changes. But what it was is you used to build a Bloodstone, and then whenever anyone would try and kill you, you like denied yourself and then gave some sort of edgy samurai line, like an honorable samurai takes his own life. Then you put a Dagon because you're a shameful samurai. You kill people. You can't do it anymore though.
When was this?
I came up with this idea like a year and a half ago. I think it's a year and a half ago.
How many times did you try it? I'm curious now. Did it
10.
work? 10? Okay, how many were wins?
6 times it worked.
Okay. I mean, that means it's good, right? It works.
Yeah, it's got more than a 50% win rate. That's top notch right there. Sadly, you can't do it anymore now that they've changed it. You can't suicide. Not sure if that change was necessarily warranted.
The support Juggernaut build?
Tell me.
No!
Just go, you go spin people in there, and then you buy Veal and Kaya, and you get the spin damage talents. And then you just run around and kill everyone with magic.
Okay, so I'm gonna make a self-supporting shout out here. Okay. I was doing Luna support a year and a half ago. Yapsor stole my strat. Now that sounds unbelievable. You gotta keep in mind, I go to events, I literally sit there with pro players sometimes and I say these things. And sometimes they just look at me and go, okay. They just like they won't even question it more, or they'll ask 1 or 2 questions. I'm like, okay. There's no like, that's stupid, don't ever do that. You're a terrible player, Pigeon. They give us some thought.
What's great about Dota, you never know what actually works until you try it.
Yeah, I mean, I remember when I ruined Kip's pub games with sniper support, and then literally a week later we were flying out to TI, we landed and discovered that one of the TI group games had a support sniper in it. I got this, you know the smile that Chris Pratt has in like the GIFs? I had that smile. And she just started chanting no and backing away from me. I was like, yes, sniper support is now a thing. But in this game, nothing too abnormal. You're going to have your Nyx support, your Disruptor support, and on the other side, your Wyvern and your Shaman.
Standard lanes everywhere. It is the safe lane, Sven.
Yeah, I think that was expected by the time, like, well...
Oh yeah, when we saw the bat. Yeah,
when we saw the bat right, I was like, okay, there's no way in hell this is going to be like a mid-bat or something.
It's also, the Shadow Shaman is actually bottom right now.
Look at Tree. Oh, there we go. He's like running in for the high fives, like, thank you very much. That's a lot of damage on a little sorry, actually. He does have a salve, but being forced to use it that early is not a good thing. You're a shaman, and you think it's a good idea to exchange with a Sven. I mean, yeah, they could literally kill him right now. There it is. They'll follow up, and there's your first blood. They'll give it to save. Cool guys don't look at explosions, they just walk away. Oh, by the way, I should do this right now before I forget to. Shout out to our sponsors. Thanks to DX Racer for hooking us up with these chairs. I personally don't have one. I guess it got lost in the mail, but feel free to get in contact and we can get that sorted, DX Racer. Thanks to the chairs. Back to the game.
Top lane. StarLadder pulling the creep wave.
Well, Mars, he's not exactly fast. Seiyu is, and that's going to be a lot of damage onto a Shaman now, who is level deep shock. They already know that as well. No, they don't have a mango. If Seiyu had a mango, oh, there we go. They gave him across. He walked close enough. Tail's going to come out. There it is. Follows through, and the right clicks will bring him down. Mars is dead. Nice little play. You see the way he just dipped across just so the King R was in range.
Then also pull that creep wave hard behind the tower. So yeah, he knew to wait. Never mind. Push now.
Speaking of pulling waves and paying for it, look at Maiden.
Top lane.
Maiden, he needs to run. Like, if he plays this right with the South, if he just skirts, he can actually put Stinging Napalm across on the Mantis. He's going for it now. Mantis could be a kill. He's got a TP, and he's still lingering around.
Lost the charges now.
I think he assumed that he TP'd out. That was more like a scouting check. And well, Mantis will be happy with the fact he didn't even have to use the TP. That's the mid looking right now. Even up to this point, 2 points to the Flame Guard. So Bobruha going for the max Flame Guard build, as we typically see against the Storm Spirits.
This Nyx Assassin here, though.
Level 1, should we point out. This isn't a level 6, just before people get confused there. Found those helpful runes that are always balanced. I guess the other thing to kind of point out is that Maiden, to an extent, put himself in a bad lane situation, right? Like, you pick this Batrider into a jug pick, you know you're never going to get kill potential on him.
Doing alright, though.
Yeah, because you just ignore him and farm, right? Once he has, like, level 4, level 5, I actually think he should be able to accelerate past the jug pretty easily. Based on the King R here. Gonna get him low. He has to connect the field. He needs to throw it out. There's a stun follow-up. So going to turn around. Brewmaster looks to be going down. Mars trying to chase across. Doesn't have the Eve shot for 6 seconds. A little sorry. He's feeling very sorry. King R. Kings come out. Here's where Mars is. Uh-oh. Needs to juke out before the Eve shock's there, and he'll get it out. They couldn't actually connect with the Spike Carapace, though. Mars will walk it off.
Yeah. The advantage of having level 1 Earther Shock, only hitting one hero.
That's true, yeah. 1. Well, you know, he tried. Say you believe. He's like, please, just hit me. That's the dream of a Nyx. You have all this base regen, you just want people to pummel you. They're going to pummel Mars. Kinetic Field's going to come out. And this isn't the Mars you're thinking about, guys. Not that big, tanky, godlike man. No, this is a pathetic Shaman who is so squishy, he dies to neutrals.
This is a rough lane to be against, though. Double stun plus kinetic field. You're just stuck for so long.
And it's the other thing about the Batrider is, like, he's so self-sufficient. Just look at him. Look how deep he is. Farm like this. He knows he's going to die because he has no mana. So this was an intended move. I don't think he intended to give the gold across the Mantis, though. He might not have to. He might.
Coming into meet.
He needs to deny himself the neutrals right now. Too late, though. Jug sees him.
Gonna create space.
Yeah. Jug doesn't want to waste his time anymore. Maiden should be able to get himself denied. He can just go to the tower right now. One of the downsides of Wyvern in this type of matchup is you just don't have the speed to chase down and punish this sort of behavior.
Get the XP there. He was pretty close.
King R in trouble in the bot lane. Kinetic Field goes down, protects him. Little sorry, can't finish off the kill. Mars will be chased away. King R is living life on the edge in this bot lane.
Yeah. He just... I mean, has he even died once? It's been part of 3 kills.
I feel even allow them to get their hands on a rune. But 3 runes going the way of Empire. This is a small preview to what might start to become a problem. I mean, this bot lane has been going well for them. I'd say mid has been going pretty damn well for Empire as well.
Juggernaut's having a good game though. Top net worth at the moment.
True. Trying to make a play on the Maiden here. Maiden will be able to back away quick enough. Firefly lasts just long enough to get over the tree.
When base boots. Hard to keep up even with face boots. A couple of sticky.
Reasonable Firefly. Totally needed movement speed buff. Wink wink. I don't know if
mid lane's starting to look a bit one-sided. Like a 600 gold lead now for Storm Spirit.
Yeah. That's the thing. Like, you look at the CS, it's deceptive. Bobruha has been supplementing with jungle creeps, whereas Kodos, he's been able to remain the whole time. And now they're going to go for a kill. They'll follow up. Can they do enough damage? He's got a spirit running away with a slight fist that buys him enough time. Although,
hard kill when Ember's level 6.
well, also but there's an investment value here. Like, Kodos does that, then immediately gets a rune. Bobruha will probably have to TP back. Yeah, there is TP back to base. So if he gets caught out next, he's in a lot of trouble. Meanwhile, trying to catch up Mars here. Sidesteps the Impale. They have got a glimpse, so they can drag Mars back into a mess. Seiyu has got the spike carapace. No stun for 5 seconds, though. He's going to stay on top of Mars, waiting for him to turn around. Mantis moving across right now. Spike carapace comes out. Oh no, they get him. The Impale follow through. Enough damage might be there. They're moving across. Kodos with the haste moves forward, finds 1 kill. Up to the high ground. Looking at the Mantis next. Going to drag down. And Wyvern will join his brother support in the grave. Double kill for Kodos.
It's always when a Storm Spirit gets this early leads, especially against support.
You said about that gold lead, which is now increased even more by 800
gold over Spirit.
Batrider is starting to double stack waves and pull through the jungle, so he can inflate his gold pretty easily now with level 3 Firefly, Sticky Napalm. Wyvern's just going to try and sap XP, but he's going to get level 6 from this regardless. Now, he might actually kill the Wyvern. He could go for this.
TP.
There it is. Lasso dragged him back in. And, well, he doesn't have a point in the cold embrace. He can try and fly away, but it's too little, too late. Embers actually came all this way as well. In the meantime, Seiyu will go down, and so will the Sven in the bot lane as they do rotate. And a good spin coming out does enable the kill.
Good rotation from Winstrike. Realizes that the other lanes are struggling and help. Even though there's like free perma in the top lane.
Yeah, it's all it's a balancing act, right? It's like, how much can we afford to have this brute fall behind? He's going to need something when we get into these fights.
I'm more concerned about the Ember though. They need either him or Shadow Shaman to have a decent game so they can actually catch this Storm Spirit. So far,
at least catch King R. But once again, you need your Jug. Like, your Jug is having to do all this work. What is everyone else doing in the meantime? Your Brew still doesn't have 6. Your Ember isn't involved in any of this. He's just trying to actually catch up to the Storm Spirit and failing to do so.
Wyvern trying to get some levels up. Level 3, 8 minutes in.
Yeah, this is not what you want to see. Like, this is the type of hero, arguably out of POS 5s, Wyvern is that category of hero that usually gets a lot of levels, right? Because you go to this lane, you just shove it out with Splint Blast, and you get to your level 10 talent. We're not seeing that, though.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Same with Seiyu.
Bottom.
Maiden's here. They have got the split. Maiden has got the last two in 2 seconds, so Little Sorry needs to back off. Got the healing ward down as well. Humble Mumble. Oh, throws out the Omni Slash. Maiden, we're gonna get him low. Has the one to keep him up, but too late. Even Shock comes out, and Mars gets the kill. Seiyu just watched in the tree line the whole time.
What can do against the Omni Slash?
You know what it is? Like, it's the typical core thing. It's like his ping is like help, 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 and just support's sitting there going, I don't know what you want from me.
We need wards.
Oh yes.
Right.
That's always the go-to answer when your support isn't doing enough. Like, what do you want from me? More wards. I bought them all. Buy more sentries. Alright.
They don't
Bats
give up,
coming back.
Bats coming back.
Yes, the lasso. They want to try and actually get him before he can do the spin, though. If they do that, he dies 100%. They just want to lead this to the point of deny. There you go. Chase him right now. Oh, Hex coming out.
Needs to get
Got
out.
Shackles as well. Maiden. He could actually go for this, though. There's the lasso. Drags him back. Jug can't escape. And Mars, he's stuck in the kinetic field. They'll chase down Humble Mumble with the drums activated to try and buy enough time so at least his support can get out. He will at least keep the Shaman alive. That tower can be denied now.
King R was a bit tunnel vision. Oh, he had a glimpse up. Taking a Shadow Shaman.
They actually leaving the tower up in the meantime. I think they want to try and rotate if need be, and they're rotating towards mid right now. They want to get Bobruha. Godos jumps in. There's the Vortex. The Impale long range follow-up's good enough. They'll get him low. They'll kill him off by Cavern. No, the flame gun ran out. They burned through it too quickly. What should have been a very easy kill wasn't, because, and I can't believe I'm saying this because this just doesn't seem right, they had too much damage. Dream, just gonna TP away. Actually, I didn't have the ability to use the split. Long range ball lightning going in, gonna snipe out Lil Sorry. They'll find and kill him off. Humble Mumble doesn't have a TP out. The save's moving in. Put the smoke on him. They know where he is, but they just don't have the mana to pursue. He won the bot lane. Mantis doesn't have the life to stay alive. Or does he? They're gonna try and turn around. He was shocked with the shackles. They throw down the wards. Maiden, he can just back away though. No, not if you walk back like that though.
Big pity with that last napalm.
Yeah, that was unneeded.
He was probably dead anyways though. Ember had 2 more spirits, so he could have chased.
That's true. Although, yeah, he did see him coming. They had that deep ward. So I guess that was like his late reaction to, or as soon as he could possibly react to going, okay, through this. They didn't deny the spot tower, by the way, which could have been denied at any point. That's free gold going the way of Magic Hands. This game is looking a bit more even than the last one.
Yeah, for sure. They're holding on. Well, they haven't lost as quickly, at least.
Positivity was what I was looking for.
That's it. Okay.
Pessimism is what we got.
I mean, it's better with like a comeback story, right? Or underdog story.
Sure. So you just want to make them seem even more downtrodden than the underdog. It used to be a team.
Smoke from bottom. 4-man smoke.
Spot by scan. All they'd find is King Art best anyway. Yeah, there actually used to be a CIS team called the Underdogs, so. I can't remember if one of these guys is a member. I don't think so. Hard to tell. CIS do shuffles more often than NA at this point. Storm. He can't go for long range ball lightning. If he had level 2 ball lightning, they might try and fight around mid, but I think you just have to let his tower go.
It's still a 5-man investment while we have people in every lane and Storm in the jungle. Net worth wise, it's probably pretty equal, but losing the mid tower is huge.
A lot of strategic value. Kodos, get back away, falling back towards their primary jungle. Bat, just keeping his farm up. He did go for the boots of travel build that we see quite often. A lot of that. Oh, they go in, they find him, but the cold embrace to protect him. Bobruha should be fine. Kodos gonna try and do enough damage. Oh, perfectly timed to actually slow down his remnant so he can pursue through. He was looking to jump around to say and wasn't able to in the end. Meantime, looks like Dreamy is heading towards that Blink Dagger next. He has got the Echo Saber now. He knows he needs to start getting involved in these fights. Maiden, he's heading for that Blink Dagger as well.
Travel.
It's so powerful. Like, I don't think... I want to boldly say, I don't think there's a hero in Dota that uses Boots of Travel better right now than Batrider.
I have a friend who spams him and he just says that it's so much pressure on the map. Like every time, even if you see Batrider on a lane, you still have to expect him to be in your lane in like 5 seconds to gank you.
Exactly. And don't get me wrong, like people are gonna in the chat gonna be like, Tinker, yeah, but when do you pick Tinker right now? When is Tinker a good hero in the current meta?
Yep, I'd definitely rather have a Batrider with Boots of Travel than...
Oh, glimpse back. Bobruha, hopefully time on the sun. Static Storm goes down, and with that, the Ember Spirit will fall. Beautiful pick off there. Might set up for a push on this tier 1 tower. Yeah, the pings come out. They know they have to defend. Mantis moving across right now, but Vendetta on Seiyu moving in. They ping out. Sentry goes down. Uh-oh. Mantis knows he's in danger. He doesn't want to reveal it, though. Instead, Seiyu reveals himself. They ball lightning in, looking for the kill right now. They'll find it. He's down already, and now Brewmaster. He stunts himself to clap. He's got enough to split, and there's the ward's going down. Looking on the Kodos, going to get him low. But he ball lightnings out and looks to escape. They chase it through. Brewmaster wants his kill. Omnislash on the side, looking for Maiden. Moves across the creep. It's a little bit too much, and Maiden will stay alive the one. The Firefly keeps him fast enough to move away. And this is all just a distraction at the end of the day, because guess what? Empire are picking up runes. And Magic Hands are not picking up kills. They'll finally get the Batrider. And they get the they do get the Storm in the end as well.
He was just sitting up on the cliff and Brewmaster couldn't reach.
He was like, I need 10 seconds, guys. TP's almost ready. Although King R did sneak in bot and get both those runes as well. So despite losing 2 cores, they did pick up 4 bounties.
Did you get the 5-3 cap in time?
Yeah, so they got 1,200 gold. Magic Hands got out of it. But what bounty's worth at this stage? It's 50 gold each, right? Or is it, no, it's more. I think it's slightly more than 50.
Like, I think it's 50 plus 2 for every minute that's passed.
Okay, yeah, so they I think they got more money out. It's about even.
Eight,
Practically
yeah.
even. Yeah.
Times however many.
8 times 5 times 4.
But it's still the experience too, right? From getting a Storm
That's
Spirit,
true.
for example, he's level 12. That's a lot of XP.
That's a valid point. XP can usually be the defining factor. We usually, as casters, we become obsessed with net worth, but it's these power spikes, especially with the introduction of talents. It really made people, it really kind of ingrained in people how important XP is.
Especially for heroes like Winter Wyvern who has like GPM talents.
Same with Nyx. The race between those two still. Neither one faring too well right now.
Both of these dire supports really want levels.
Oh, Mantis, he's been seen again. He hates this Wyvern so much. I say you're always going for it. Shackle's out on him. Winter's Curse is there. Trying to buy enough time, but the Spike Carapace will keep Nyx alive a little bit longer. Stun through as well. To allow the rest of them to retreat. The King R's been spotted out. He'll glimpse one away and go for the TP out, but it's too little too late. The DD and Bobruha gets the kill. I think the statement I'm looking for is bold move con. That was an optimistic attempt at a gank.
How are you feeling about this scaling into the later game? Because you have Storm Spirit, but you have pretty decent counters for Storm later. As soon as you have the Blink Shaman, threaten the Storm wherever.
I think your Ember is always at a significant disadvantage though. If he's playing guarding, the Nyx can set up any kill anywhere on the map, right? Like that's the biggest worry. So you always have to, like, it feels like you have to babysit the Ember, but how often can you do that? Like, Ember's the type of hero that should be split pushing, right? He should be out on the lanes because he's the one who can take risks. I think the Ember becomes...
what's the item? The bottom?
Oh. They use here. I don't think they defend. Oh, they want to. The pings are coming out though. Little Story knows. He thinks he's smart, but instead they're going to be smarter than him. They throw it out. Cold Embrace is there. The Static Storm's on him right now. Here he changes the back line to get the Disruptor. And the Brewmaster, the last that's for everyone just to make sure he doesn't get split out. Omni Stash being committed. Maiden will go down. Remnant across, but Dream has his BKB active. Going to chase on through. Humble Mumble down to half HP already. Spike Carapace buys a little bit of time. Save trying to move away. We have to do so. Nice Storm Hammer through. Vortex not being used just yet. Not available for 2 more seconds. They turn around the Remnants to get rid of the Storm. They get rid of the tower, and now Dream's left alone to fight up against the rest of them. They slide fist, will get the kill to Seiyu. Drum's activated. Dream has to back up here. He's still too tanky for the remaining heroes to deal with, though. So they will take everything they can get. Magic Hands, they claim 4 heads, and they claim a tier 2 tower.
That was great. The tier 2 tower, 4 kills, and the 2 core survived. The 2 that needed to farm the most.
And then the little cherry on top is the 10-second BKB being used as well. You gotta be happy about that.
The Winter Wyvern had his Winter's Curse on 2-second cooldown. There were like 4 people on top of that Brewmaster begging to use his spell.
You could see how desperate it was getting for Empire, right? They had to commit so heavily. Like, the initial plan didn't work out because of the Wyvern. And because of the Wyvern still, they knew they had to be even more pressing.
King R.
Pressing the King.
Yeah. By Humble Bundle.
Oh, drums. Nice save from Maiden. Alive. Goes back. He's got Lasso in 2 seconds. They're gonna have to get the kill. The Impale. They can drag him further away from his team. Oh, there's the Winner's Curse coming out. The Hex as well. That's gonna be used. Humble Mumble will walk this off. The healing ward there. The Shackles goes down to 1. Batrider. He's stunned up. He can't do anything. Static Storm goes down though. Interrupts everything. They jump in. Hold on. Great Anarchy here. Mars will go down. And looks like Jug getting low. Cold Embrace will save him just in time. The buyback comes out the Charmer. The Dream. The BKB still active. The stun throw to 2. Ember. He's next on the hit list. Can they get through him? They're gonna get him low. Got Slide Fist to buy a little bit of time. Shackles out. Remnants away. Ben. He's held up, still on half HP. How do you fight against this? Maybe with the wards you can finally do it. The Searing Chase locks him in, and he will fall. Maiden finds the kill to Mantis, but Sven, seeming like an unkillable god, has finally fallen.
That was overall an advantage actually for Magic Hands. Even though they used the buyback on Shadow Shaman, they and more experience. It wasn't much though. 300 gold, 400 experience.
Never refuse gold.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And they also get Sven off the map for 30 seconds. That's 30 seconds where he's not going to be farming.
Was that? Yeah, was the 9-second BKB too?
Yeah, he's burning through these charges, and Empire are not finding the value you want to be seeing out of these big BKB commitments.
That was an amazing Static Storm though. That looked so hard, so bad for Magic Hands.
Yeah, it completely enabled Storm to do whatever he wants, but Storm just didn't have the damage output to get rid of the Jug. I think if you get rid of the Jug in time, that fight is completely different. but the extra time wasted killing him off turns the fight around completely.
You want to see something like a Huge Scepter on Storm Spirit? Because both times he's died, he just gets rooted by Ember, and then he can't do anything. Ember has the Ration Talon too.
I think there's a risk that if you don't get a BKB, you just get through late game fights and you're the Cyclone target. Because if you're out the fight, like Sven gets kited and you lose 3 heroes, when you come down, you're alone with your Sven. That's scary.
I think we're the Orchid now, almost complete. Get the Bloodstone afterwards. It's obviously a good item on Storm, but expensive as well. Remember,
yeah, this is
like he dominated the network chart in the beginning. Now he's 4th place, pretty far behind the
structures are fortified.
It's a fair point. It's like the way this game is going and the way he's building his items, he's completely reliant on King R to set up a good fight for him. If King R can't set up a good fight, Storm's probably going to die halfway through each engagement. Which I guess, you know, is great if you kill 3 heroes before you die, but that's unlikely.
Hard game of Storm too, right? You have to worry about the chains, but you also have to worry about the Shaman, and you have to worry about not being too close to the Sven when Winter's Curse is available.
Yeah, and to make matters worse, look at the Shaman. He now has the Blink Dagger.
Dangerous.
Illusion.
Now they can... This is probably where they look to get more aggressive, and this is going to be reflected on Empire's side as well, because they picked up that Blink on the Batrider, but they haven't used it.
Yeah, if you look at the net worth graph now, it's been so close this entire game. Like, barely been over 2k.
Yeah, Magic Hands, they learned lessons. They went back to something a little bit more reliable, such as the Juggernaut. Whereas Empire, you know, arguably they gambled a little bit more with this Sven pick against what they were up against. But they can never resist the temptation of the Batrider being available. I think right now, like, there's an argument that Empire's difficulties come out of this Storm pick more than anything else. In this type of game, anyway.
They just seem to be lacking something in their team fight. For what? Because it feels almost like they don't have enough disable to chainlock the Ember, but they really do. They have so much disable.
I think I figured it out. They're lacking winning. But yeah, that's the big component they're missing right now. Well, maybe with smoke they can look a little bit more positively on the outcome. Baden has the blink ready. They're actually dangling with Sven, but no one's biting. And now the last two comes out. They find the Juggernaut, drag him in the Static Storm. The Hex won't save him. They throw down the wards, trying to move through with the Remnant, the Slightest Fist as well. The Cold Embrace keeps Jug alive. Now the Wiz curse out onto the BKB'd up Sven. And he's going to run out of Magic Immunity very soon. This is going to be used. Split comes out. Omni Slash on a Dream alone. Going to chase him down with the Blade Fury out. It'll be enough to kill him off. Jug will stay alive, and Batrider will not. They find him as well. Jackal's on the side. They find the Disruptor trying to retreat, and on the back line, they also see the Nyx trying to TP away. Spike Carapace will buy him a second or two, but after the King R goes down, so we'll say you. They're actually saving the kill for Bobruha. Or not. Well, sorry says I need that.
Amazing showing. Hence.
It's looking grim.
7k gold change and 4.5k XP.
I think if Empire lose one more fight like that, I think this game is just over, right? Because they're going to have Aegis now, and Magic Hands will push for your remaining out of towers.
One thing they do have is they have a lot of creep kill potential. Like Storm Spirit can kill waves super fast, Bats can do it super fast, even Sven can do it pretty fast. It might be hard for a strategy for Emperor now to try to split up the map more, but then you're still playing against the Blink Shadow Shaman.
And more importantly, they're about to get an Aegis and they have the Glyph. Hayden thinks about going in, thinks twice, looking on to Mars instead. That'd be a good kill to get rid of. He has got those wards in 40 seconds, but they can't do anything. Mass healing coming out from Magic Hands as usual. They're actually just going to back away. They're going to calm down a little bit. I think they want to push in on this tier 2 top. They're moving across right now. Uh-oh. They want the runes, but they can't quite get it. So Empire, they secure 3 runes. Wait, what was it? That was 2, sorry. 2 runes.
They have one more in Storm's Ball.
Okay, there it is. I was looking, I was like, this doesn't make sense.
Wait again?
Stupendous.
Maybe. King R, you know, bold enough to do it last game. Why not again?
So do you think Magic Hands just sits back and farms now? Enjoys the space they have by having this Aegis, or do you think they'll try to go for some towers?
I think they should look to strip control of the map from Empire. Just take out those remaining tier 2s. I mean, you have this glyph, right? So you want to be using that glyph in the Aegis to enable a push where Storm will try and just delete the creep wave. Seems like that would be the right move. And I think they're probably going to leave Brew down here to push in and then reconvene towards the top lane, where actually you can see Empire getting super aggressive.
Dire's middle tower
This aggression could easily be punished. They have to be careful.
Around there and get pincered.
They know that Magic Hands are slowly trickling back, though. Yeah, there's that wall. It's going to be de-warded now, but there was one right here. Gave them all the info they needed to know that they were safe. Now, without that, they'll instantly back away, and they might find Maiden on the retreat. Oh, can't find anyone on the retreat. Dead. Actually, Hex going to come out. Uh-oh, they found the big target. Kodos. Down to half HP. Warcry going to keep him alive. Omni's back through, gets rid of him. Drags back before they can follow up on a Dream. Now Remnant fall for Bobruha, looking for more of these big BKB charges. They get the Searing Chains out in time. We'll move in. King R. Oh no, sidesteps the Static Storm. Bobruha. Ember's still going to chase through. Say has been seen. X comes out. There's going to be a glimpse away. Bobruha does get the Searing Chains down, and Humble Mumble should be able to finish off the kill. But Say you can't back away. You can take this tier 2 now. Magic Hands. Oh, that was an interesting little game of Benny Hill. Back and forth across the map from both teams. Yeah. I guess the concerning part is the one that lost out in that little game they played was the one who, out of everyone in this game, probably shouldn't be getting caught out of that, and that's the Storm.
But that will happen when you try to push out lanes against the Shadow Shaman with Blink. Magic Hands also had these great wards in the Dire jungle. So they saw Batrider and Sven being fairly far away from the Storm, so they knew they could take a fight there without getting turned on too rapidly.
And now you have one remaining out of tower. Decent amount of time left on the Aegis as well. And then if you look at Magic Hands, they're already moving in for that tier 2 top. Getting the creep wave, dragging it forward. You are seeing Dream applying pressure in the bot lane, just trying to force someone back, and it'll actually force a second person to TP in.
That was a good Radiant Observer ward up by the ground, so you saw the Winter Raven responding. Back nothing time.
Oh. Okay, Haste picked up. Kodos didn't want to try for a kill on Ember. He knows it's not necessarily a good idea.
They have smoked up to Mars here.
Aramis. They put down Sentry, they see him. They even lasso him. They're not taking any chances here. Empire realized they have to take any... Even a Static Storm, they're just like, we need anything we can get, guys. Anything. No price too high. Silence. They're going on Ember. Trying to force them back. Split does come out. Cyclone is down on Sven. They want to surround him. Goes BKB, but he hasn't used it just yet. Down to half HP. BKB goes out. God Strength as well, trying to run away. TP's out, but there's the winner's curse. That's a bold move. And one that didn't work out. He knows he's going to fall here. No escape from this. Dream just trying to buy as much time as possible before he does inevitably die.
Could also deny this tower if they want to.
I don't know.
They spent all of their ultimates there and their Blackening Bar, and all they get is a Scorch, and they lose their hard carry.
Problematic. Remember that lead Sven had? Now look at it. About to be surpassed very soon by the Juggernaut.
I mean, the net worth is even, like less than 1k, but it just feels like Empire has been losing for 15 minutes now.
That's true. And it's interesting as well because Juggernaut is this type of hero that we usually look on and we're like, okay, if he's not ahead, he doesn't feel like he's winning, right? It's this type of hero that you expect to be an item ahead of his counterpart on the other team. And Sven is this type of hero that usually needs less gold to be effective. Not the case here at all. In fact, I think the recurring theme in this team fights has been if Sven isn't eliminated, he's just kited for the entirety of the engagement.
They do need a lot of resources to kill this Sven though. Like, even now when they were like 4 against 1, they spent 20 seconds to kill him. I feel like if they manage to frontline the Sven and then take a proper team fight with all 5, and get their ultimates off on more than just the Shadow Shaman, I can still win fights. Just haven't been able to lately.
Not winning fights.
They can't see the things we can see with net worth, right? So they don't necessarily know that they're not that far behind gold-wise. They might feel like they're more behind and have to back up earlier than they are.
What's wrong?
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like we are looking at these net worths, and usually in these type of scenarios, you look for the differentiator, right? You don't look for which core has the most net worth. You look at, okay, POS 4s, what's the gold difference? You know, POS 3s, what's the gold difference? As you said, this is pretty even. Although there's an argument that, you know, you look at Seiyu and then you look at Mars, I think would be the biggest differentiators right now. Is one has a Yules and is going towards an Ags, the other has a Blink Dagger and an Aether Lens. Which is going to do more? And it's very clear it's the Shaman's going to have a bigger impact than the Nyx can right now.
It's also very close to a Glimmer.
True. Because, you know, when we look at...
You have not only the net worth, but also the scaling of the hero. Shadow Shaman scales incredibly well. Winter Wyvern 2 against these heroes. Like, all the heroes on Magic Hand scales very well. I'd say that Empires also scale pretty well. Maybe... We take the Batrider over the Brewmaster. We talked a lot about how great Bat is right now, but as it goes into the late game, and it's less about ganking heroes in lanes as it is taking team fights, would you rather have the Brewmaster?
I think the difference, like, I'm looking at this now, I'm just thinking the Batrider is more useful in the... If you are ahead, both are great, right? But if you're behind, like, a Brewmaster isn't going to be very good at split pushing, he isn't going to be very good at keeping the waves out and buying you time. Brewmaster is very heavily in. And once he's like done being in, he doesn't do anything afterwards, right? So I'd say he has a higher impact if you can force a big fight. But keep in mind that you're up against an Empire lineup that has a Batrider and a Storm. So the only way you force a big fight is if you kind of hold the Sven ransom. Which is possible. Especially with the way he's been playing the last two fights.
Looks like there's going to be a fight, but oh, nice sentry.
Yeah. They see Seiyu, they kill him off. That's the easiest kill of their life.
Dire are scanning.
Oh, you're doing a job there, pretending he doesn't see him.
Empire, well, they're not even going to get many runes anymore. They only got one this time around. Storm's still lingering at top. Kodos needs to be careful though, because if he gets seen for a second, he will die. He puts down a remnant just to scout. Know that he's safe.
Bottom, I think.
Here come the creeps. A love tap would get rid of it, but love tap might not be there. In the meantime, there's going to be more than just a love tap on the tier 2 top. As the side of Magic Hands, they're looking to get rid of the last outer tab along the side of Empire. As they
got the next creep wave with its catapult, so they're going to get the backdoor protection removed at least, even though they might have to tank some tower hit. But they're not opting to go high ground.
And just like these are buildings, the Empire is starting to crumble a little bit. Magic Hands, they're looking to get rid of tier 3 tower now, and there's no way they stop them. They have to just submit to the authority of the Jug, and there's the use of the glyph, but Surf Wards are down. Good luck finding this now. This will be mainly racked as well, I think. Oh, jump in. Hex comes out. Barrow's just seen Maiden down to half HP rate, trying to get through him quick enough. Plat to slow him down, forced up to get away. Oh, Humble Mumble going to be lassoed up, still being healed up, doing pretty well. Static Tool comes out. Remnant fall for Bobruha with the BKB action, get a chase through. The split will go. They'll find the kill disruptor as well and force the buyback out the Batrider. Buyback comes out the disruptor as well, turning around, stuns out in the Sven. He still can't do anything. The BKB's already been used. Kodos chase forward with his own BKB. And there's the Omni Stack turnaround, looking for a target here. Gonna bounce around, doesn't actually find anyone or kill off anyone. Just has to back up, get some more low, but no one is dead just yet. Stunned out, looking forward on the Juggernaut, trying to get him low enough. The Clap to try and slow them down and stop their escape. Kodos, no mana left. He's going to go down. Juggernaut will fall. Stun thrown a 2. Dream can still fight against this. He needs to, in fact. They're going to lose his melee racks. And they will. Bobruha trying to back away. No mana left. Stormhammer across. They glimpse it back into a mess. And the winner's curse. Too little, too late. Madam won't even die from this. Brewmaster wants to stay around and get the kill, though. Gonna get low. Nyx almost dies. Has to use up just to stay alive a little bit longer. And he might be able to stay alive through this with the War Cry. Instead, they'll find a kill onto the Brewmaster. 4 dead on the side of Magic Hands. You could say they held, but they lost a lot just to stay in this. They might find more.
Perfect thing there, though. Jumped back and killed the Wyvern before the fight even started. There was no save. There was no Winter's Curse before it was way too late. And they just lost everyone suddenly. Without those saves.
And they needed that. Like that was do or die. If Empire flop a fight there in their own base after committing those buybacks, the game is just done.
Who bought back on Empire?
I believe it was Batrider and Disruptor.
Okay, yeah. The dieback from the Wyvern.
He tried, but that'll move out a tier 1 tower without access to boosted travel because you're a support who's never going to make it. And that's the crucial thing for Empire. They can actually find this Wyvern each time around. Like, you just see the impact it has. There's no save, as you said, in the form of healing or in the form of Witness Curses. Now, they should be looking to take out this bot tier 2. Magic Hands do still have the benefit of the tier 2 top standing. So their base isn't fully exposed like Empire's. The question is, do you commit hard into them? I don't think Empire can afford to with these buybacks they commit. Instead, they might look towards Roche, which is now up.
That's also kind of scary. Against Windsor's Curse being available.
I mean, if you can get your hands on this, like you look at the two teams, Empire are still some way away from being able to say they can win this game. Like they're in the running, right? But there's that tier 2 up. There's still a lot of base left for Magic Hands. But I think I'd still say if you can actually get that Aegis on Storm, you have a big impact than an Aegis on the Jug or the Ember at this stage. Because you can just dive deep and find that Wyvern that is so fearful for you.
They've been able to take out the Storm too early. A lot of if the Storm has 2 lives. You kind of need that save. Like last game we saw the Shadow Demon save everyone all the time. Same time here, but on the other side, T with Red. 5 star Smith.
Dropped her. They're going in. BKB from Bobruha, but there's the last 2. Static Storm goes down on the 2. They're going to split up the fight and look at the Ember. Going to get low. Needs to remnant away and we'll be able to escape. Stun through. Witness Curse comes out. Shaman trying to escape from this, but chase it through. Storm through. Looking for the kill. BKB Dream going in. Split comes out, but it's a little bit too late. Shaman already down. Humble Mumble down to half HP. They turn around. Kodos is going to go low and give drop here. They use the Omni Attack, but no. Dream was up in the air. They'll bring him down into a mess and kill him off. They'll find a secondary kill in the mix. Fueled up, but when he comes down, he's dead. Maiden being chased on 2 in the meantime. The Manto illusions are keeping him away, and Kodos out of mana has to retreat to the south. 2 for 2 trade in the end, but look at who died on each side. We got the better trade without a doubt. Magic Hands there. 1.6k net worth swing. Maiden is still alive though, so he could try and do some mischievous things around this Roche. But now he's scared. With 3 heroes here, he should be.
Hero to stay the best.
Yep. They can scout him out so easily. They know he's here now with Signate Bombs. He moves over to the other side to be less predictable. And then if he'll give him vision, he can throw it away. Blade break a little bit too late though. He couldn't make a play and he realized it.
They were very ready for that. Both supports spamming that Batraider's missing and then piling on top of the Royal. They did get 4 bounty runes though for Team Empire. Net worth wise, maybe not as bad, but you don't want to play against an Aegis when you're already racks down and your carry is dead.
At this point, for you, it's a constellation prize. Now you're going to be a second lane down by the looks of it as they push in. They'll at least be able to get tier 3 tower. Nyx has borrowed in to make sure if they come for the melee racks, they get nothing. Actually, I might not even get the tier 3 tower at this rate. They have to back away.
They should wait until they have their runes again. They need
sorry,
40 seconds.
He just about got away with that drunken brawler. That was a little bit too close for comfort though. I think if they actually caught Brew there, they just break Magic Hands' ability to fight for at least another minute and a half. So it's a good thing they kept him alive.
How impactful do you think that the... Because that's always a huge item, but I don't feel like BKBs have been the problem this game. It has been just the saves from Wyvern that he hasn't been able to catch him.
To an extent, like I think the problem you're going to have is that the Bobruha is going to commit in and BKB instantly before he can even Static Storm, right? Like he's going to preemptively do these BKBs. So who else are you doing it for? Jug? Well, you know, yes, he can technically Manta out of like Kinetic Field variably sometimes, but that's rarely going to happen. I don't think the Axe is... You're right to highlight it. It's not going to be that big of an item this game. Like, you'll stop Bobruha from cheesing. That's your potential. That's your power.
Nyx Ags might have more impact though. Ready.
Yes, that's the one that's going to matter. Like, as long as he doesn't get sniped out of his base. Because keep in mind, he bought out on that. So if he gets found outside of base and he dies, I think Magic Hands just win the game.
Oh, do you remember what we talked about at the start of the game?
We talked about anything. A certain item.
Storm Spirit?
Yeah, the good old Bloodstone. Oh, the Ag. Yeah, the Ag.
He's going for the Ag instead.
He has to. Like, it's they're building Lincolns. Like, you no longer have the means to, like, get your value. Because it's not just about, right? Usually, at this stage of the game, you're ahead, and it's like, oh, yeah, I just pop the Lincolns, I use Orchid. You need both to actually do enough damage to anyone now with the cold embraces there as well. It's a painful game for him. And a painful game for Raxus. Always fun playing against Shadow Shaman for this very reason. They don't want to harken it yet. They're waiting for the Lincolns to run out. They're trying to grab him in between. There you go. Oh, no. There's the Vortex, dragging them in. BKB and Kodos doing a lot of work. That still goes down. It catches all of them, but the Batrider already dead with the last two. It wasn't enough. King Ark going to be chased down. And Dream in the meantime trying to do enough. The Omnislash. Oh my god, machine gun mode activate. Gets the kill. Kodos will back away, but your Sven is gone. He has buyback. Your Batrider isn't so lucky. And this might be it. Magic Hands move towards the top. They're going to force the Sven buyback. He needs to do something. The Omnislash gone. He maybe thinks he can, but he has no BKB. And he has no God Strength. This is problematic. Never underestimate the power of late game Juggernaut.
Nice. The aces.
Here goes. We do another Vortex. They get the stun fall up, but no, the Hex is out. Mars! He was waiting all along the Shack was going to be there. They pop the Lincolns. They don't stun anyone, though. Instead, they'll turn around and kill them both off. And Empire are crumbling as it looks like Game 2 will fall into the hands of Magic Hands.
That was a great showing.
I mean, you know, people, you said they were the underdogs.
Yeah.
People would have thrown them off. But look at this. Empire. They put up a good fight, but we said, even when the net worth was even, it just looked like Magic Hands were dominating this game.
Very well played by